Hello, welcome to Super Radish. Pickups video with a difference. I normally do mostly Switch, more modern stuff, but if you watched my podcast with John Bundy, I mentioned that I was collecting different stuff now, and the thumbnail probably gives it away. So, I found collecting games has just been a bit routine, and you just kind of, I've lost a bit of joy in collecting games, so I wanted to get that back. And turns out it's in just collecting retro, and I haven't done it for a long time. I kind of gave up with the idea of getting a PAL Super Nintendo or PAL NES sort of collection, being that it's just a bit too expensive for what I want, and I just didn't bother. But being that I've been importing a lot of Switch games, just thought, what's to stop me from getting Japanese Famicom and Super Famicom? So I started to look at much more reasonable, not too worried. Most of the games, no English in them, won't make a difference. I played most of the games back in the day. So I've been collecting, or started my Famicom and Super Famicom collection. So I thought I'd just show you the sort of beginnings of it. And this has all been funded by Pokemon cards. I've just been shrinking that collection down, which is good, and just keeping the cards I really want, but it has allowed me to get a few other bits and start this new sort of venture off. I'll start off with a Famicom bundle that I picked up. Most of them I have no idea what the names are. You'll have to bear with me on that one. I just know that is a baseball game. But I love the Famicom cards. How cool are they with all the colours? Absolutely amazing. I'll put the name on the screen because I don't know what it is. I did look it up before, but I'm not really a baseball fan. But it was a bundle. There's four games altogether for like a tenner, so they're about £2.50 each. No idea what this is. Again, I'll put the name down at the bottom. But it's a really cool yellow, slightly grubby car, but it looks cool, doesn't it? It's got like a little. I don't know. Is it from an anime possibly? I don't know, I get that feeling it's from a well-known series. I don't know. Cool card though, and then we've got Dragon Ball Z 3. I think this is an RPG. So I won't have much hope of playing this, but it's looks bloody modern, doesn't it? I suppose Dragon Ball Z is well old now, but it just feels like, too new to be on the Famicom, but it obviously was. And my last Famicom game in this £10 bundle is F1 Hero 2. Now I know what that's called because it says there that it's F1 Hero 2. This looks alright. I gave it a bit of a go on the old emulator, and it's quite fun. Not too bad. And it's a sweet red car. God damn, I love these coloured cards. They are magnificent. Literally getting this stuff has made me super happy. It's been a long time since I've been really happy about sort of, when you get that stuff through the post, and everyone in work, because I get my stuff sent to work, I was like, you're getting a lot of fucking parcels coming in. I was like, none of your fucking business. But they're obviously like thinking I'm earning loads more than them or something. But it's all because I'm selling stuff and buying, and that's what I do. Sell and buy, and I tend to always keep the stuff that I love. Next up, this was, I think, for a really good price. I can't remember, but I remember being shocked it was available. It took a while to come because it came from Japan. It's one of my favourite games of all time, and to have a cardboard, I had this when it came out in PAL, but obviously, I was quite young. My parents sold it to fund the Super Nintendo. Bastards. And and I finally have this again. It's Super Mario Brothers 3. But how awesome is that box? And this is what's brought a smile to my face. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Is how awesome. I hope you can see that. If not, I'll put a picture up. How awesome is that box? It's a cute little tiny box, but it's just a little box that's brought me so much joy. And I've been playing it on the Switch Online, Super Mario Brothers 3. I've been playing Super Mario World, all sorts of stuff. But it's, considering how old this is, it's in pretty good nick. And for the price, I haven't actually looked inside, to be honest, guys. so I don't even know if it's complete, but there's the cart. Hopefully that's in focus. I don't know, it's on my phone, so I don't know. But oh, look, the cart's in good condition. It's even got a little safety leaflet or something. Oh, lush. Absolutely love this. This is true happiness. It's complete. It's got the manual. Awesome. Love I miss manuals. They need to bring them back. Just because, let's be honest, make the collector market like a thing. Just have manuals again, you bastards. Fell a few trees. Make some manuals. Not the same without them, is it? But yeah, Super Mario Brothers 3 Super Famicom boxed. It was, I'm not going to put the price down, it doesn't matter, but it was really cheap. I then looked at the PAL version, and it's not as expensive as I thought it'd be, but my word, that was insane. So Famicom is not going to be my main focus, but I am going to try and sort of start building up and buying random games and buying the odd boxed Famicom game. I'm not too worried about that because the carts look so cool anyway, but it's going to hopefully get me back into some 8-bit stuff, which I've always struggled to get back into. You know, obviously loved it when I was a kid, but you know, getting back into it's quite tricky. But now on to Super Famicom. Yeah, Super Famicom. That's really when, you know, I had it first Christmas, it was out, Super Nintendo, and you know, that's when I really sort of probably became a proper gamer, I suppose. And you know, I started to look forward to releases and, you know, get magazines and stuff. First game, it's not the first game I got, I just randomly won this in an eBay bid, probably because nobody wanted this, so, but I do. And it's Haywire, this pachinko. And again, awesome box, really good condition. And I think I've played pachinko before on something random, but you know, it looks pretty decent. I won't understand a bloody word of it, but it's a pretty box. I don't know, again, if this is complete. I should check these things. It is, look at that. Whoa, fucking complete. Good condition. This is in great condition, actually. And I wouldn't have paid much for this. I would guess something under £10. Haywire. Is that a famous brand for pachinko or games in Japan? I don't know, Chevet. Yeah, awesome. God damn, it's nice to have some Nintendo cardboard again. And yeah, so that is like the random purchase I got. The rest is stuff that I really want to have box copies of. And it's the start. I've got a number of games, not a massive amount, but I'd like to have all my favourite Super Nintendo games in box format for Super Famicom. And I want the games that I wanted as a kid but never got. Some maybe harder to get than others, and particularly for certain prices. Next up is really definitely one of my favourite games of all time. It's in this protective plastic thingamabob. It's Super Mario World, guys. Absolute classic. Now this isn't as good a condition as some of them, which is a shame, but it's still decent enough to display. It's had a hard life by the looks of it. But how fucking great is that box again? Just bringing that joy. Super Mario World box copy. To get a box copy, I never thought I'd get another box copy. I know it's, you know, some might think it's, well, it's the Japanese version, but it almost makes it better just because it looks cooler because it's Japanese. And I don't know again. Oh, it's complete. Well, it's complete, but seen better days. The manual looks like it's been through the wash, but it is there, and a cartridge with a bit of. No, the cartridge looks decent. Super Mario World, what a game! Absolute. I still think it's one of the best 2D games ever made. I don't think it's been surpassed, really. Obviously, that's not everyone's going to agree with that, but that's what I think. Next up is a game that I really wanted as a kid. Played it for a podcast with John a year ago or so, and yeah, loved it. And it maybe also was a part of me getting into shmups as well, because I didn't play much shmups apart from Ikaruga until I did this, and then obviously it kind of didn't realise, and again it seeped through, and I only really sort of realised that is also, this is probably a big component of me getting back into shmups. I bought a PAL just cartridge only of it, and it was 20 quid or something a couple of years ago, but I wanted a box copy of it, and it is Area 88. Now, it's UN Squadron to those that are PAL in America, and it's basically a shmup, horizontal, and yeah, fucking awesome box art on that. I think the PAL version is just like like a fighter pilot in there with his helmet on. This is animated much cooler. Wow, fucking really good, perfect condition. Again, I don't know how much I paid for it. I don't think it really matters because this is well worth it. But it's got what I think is a photocopy manual. I did check this as soon as I got it. It's a shame. You know, somebody's used the school photocopier to do that, I reckon. So I might try and eventually pick up a manual. It might be hard to pick up a Japanese one and pointless, but you know, it is what it is. But Area 88 or UN Squadron, for me, that's massively important to this collection going forward. I fucking love UN Squadron. Is it? I think it's better than a lot of the modern shmups. It's more me. I think I like the kind of, what would you call it? The kind of maybe slightly more realistic approach with fighter jets and, you know, that kind of feel than maybe more sci-fi. I don't know. That could be just me being weird. I've got 2 more Super Famicom games to come. This box, probably one of the nicest boxes I've ever seen, and I can't believe I've never seen it before. And it is Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island 2, or Yoshi's Island, as it says on here. Great game. I think I mentioned to John on the podcast, it's one of the games that I remember really looking forward to, being hyped, one of the first games I was hyped for, and yeah, I just remember loving this all the way through. I've been playing it on the Switch online service, which is great. I think it's really good. I'd rather own the games, but I do, because I've got this, and again, very reasonable price, and complete, beautiful manual. Look at that cartridge. Look at the label. I know it's the label, but fuck me, is that just stunning. Now that's what game collecting's about. I just looked at this, I just stared at the box and the cartridge for like 20 minutes when I first got it. Just loved it, absolutely loved it, and it inspired me to go and play it through the sort of modern Switch online service, because again, I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. Let's have a little look at the manual. It's got a old, I've been in the loft for years kind of smell to it. But I think this one came from Japan. I get almost more posts from Japan these days than I do anywhere else. As you'll see, my next collection video will probably be Japanese Sega Saturn. Yeah, I've had a massive clear out of stuff, influx of retro instead, and it's been good. I've actually condensed my Switch collection down, kept what I really want, what I know I'm going to play, and anything that was maybe not likely to be played, what's the fucking point in having it? So off it went into the sunset to bring in money to buy awesome stuff like this. We've got one more Super Famicom game, and again, probably one of my favourite games of the kind of 8-bit, 16-bit era, and that is Zelda, A Link to the Past. It's probably the most expensive out of all of these, I think, but well worth it, and it's in good condition. I say it's expensive, I think this was about edging 30 quid, which some might say you bought a game that you're probably never going to play it. Now I intend to get either a Super Famicom in the future, a boxed one would be ideal, getting a Retron 5 or something like that to play these games. I want to play them, I'm not in a rush, I can play them through other means till then, but I just wanted this. This box art is so much better than the PAL version, I think. I know some people might like the gold and the shield, but my word, never thought I've had 2 copies of the PAL Link to the Past boxed in perfect condition over the years, and a friend gave me one. I don't know where it is. It could be my parents' house somewhere, but my original one was sold many when I was a kid, before I even got a teenager, before my N64, which is a shame. I've still got all my N64 stuff. That's when I learned to keep stuff, or you know, the stuff I loved anyway. But yeah, look at that. I'm just rambling on really. Again, oh, it is complete. I presume I'd have only bought this for that price if it was complete. We've got a wonderful instruction manual. Fucking Japanese look after stuff way better than everyone else apparently, because everything I buy from them is almost always pristine. And I know we collectors know how to look after our games, but fuck me, you go to CX, you know, a game that's a year old and it could have teeth marks, jizz on it, who knows? It's going to be absolutely fucking steaming, honking, and buy this stuff that's like 25, 30 years old, it's fucking pristine. There's something like cultural, something different there, I think. But yeah, that is the start of this. I'm going to try and limit myself to 1 or 2 of each of these, maybe a month, maybe less, like at least 1 Super Famicom, at least 1 Famicom game, mixed in with maybe the odd Switch game and stuff, and PS4, whatever. But the idea is to slowly build it up, because I have a habit of going crazy and spend, you know, selling half of everything else just to get 10 Super Famicom games. I'm going to try and do it slow and sensibly rather than go all balls in. It's just that I'm impulsive anyway, I've mentioned I think before. But you know, I think absolutely fucking ecstatic with getting this stuff, and I'm, yeah, it's kind of reignited my love for collecting games. And I think I was just getting stuck on this Switch path, which I love Switch and I like collecting for it, but I think because I was almost completely concentrating on that, I lost a bit of interest. But this has brought me back. Absolutely love it. And that's it, guys. So next one I think will be well into December. I'll be doing a Sega Saturn Japanese pickups. I've bought quite a lot of games there. Again, cheap. You wouldn't get the PAL versions for the same price, and it's great. Obviously, I'm now an import collector rather than potentially, you know, collecting local stuff because it's cheaper and better and better condition. Yeah, thanks guys. Any recommendations for Famicom in particular? Because I'm a bit less familiar with that. You know, I kind of, when I was a kid, I stuck to Super Mario stuff, Zelda, etc. Didn't really go beyond that. I only really remember playing Snake, Rattle and Roll, and maybe is it Faxanadu or Fanadu, whatever the fuck it's called. That RPG. Yeah, other than that, I can't remember anything else that we had on it. But Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, much more familiar with. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on. Yeah, I need to shut up now. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome. Love you. Bye.